Hey Zingers, it's Dan Leach, and I have two wonderful guests for you today. Dr. Kevin Chung, Chief Medical Officer of SeaStar, and Dr. Stuart Goldstein of Cincinnati Children's Hospital. It's so great to be with you both.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan.
Dr. Chung and Dr. Goldstein, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your connection to SeaStar? And let's start with Dr. Chung.
Thank you, Dan. So Kevin Chung, I'm the Chief Medical Officer of SeaStar Medical. I'm a practicing adult critical care physician and have been with the company for 3 years.
Great, and thanks, Dan. I'm Stuart Goldstein, a pediatric nephrologist at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, and I was the principal investigator for the two studies funded by SeaStar that led to FDA clearance of the selective cytopheretic device now called QUELIMMUNE.
Very excited to have you both. And Dr. Chung, let me start with you. Let's talk about the current landscape of pediatric patients with acute kidney injury, also known as AKI, due to sepsis or a septic condition.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Currently, on a year-to-year basis, there are approximately 4,000 cases of AKI in children in the country. And among those that need renal replacement therapy and have concomitant sepsis, these patients have a high mortality. About 50% of those patients die, unfortunately.
No, it's very, very sad. And Dr. Chung, let's talk about QUELIMMUNE and how does it work to treat these patients and save their lives?
Yeah, so thanks, Dan. So QUELIMMUNE is really designed to target the innate immune response. And so when patients get very sick, it becomes very dysregulated and cells really go haywire and really trigger something called the cytokine storm. The QUELIMMUNE device is designed specifically to target the cytokine storm at the source of the storm. And it is associated with really good outcomes, especially in the pediatric population where mortality was cut by half from 50% to 25%.
It's just in incredible numbers, and it's so great to hear. Let me start with you, Dr. Goldstein, on this one. Can you tell us a little bit about the patient experiences you've seen so far?
Yeah, it's been really quite dramatic, Dan. And as Dr. Chung said, over the last 20 to 25 years that I've been practicing, even though there has been a lot of improvement, medical advancement in caring for patients with acute kidney injury, dialytic therapies, even treatment for sepsis with different antibiotics and targeted medications, the intersection of patients with acute kidney injury that's so severe that they require continuous dialysis and are massively inflamed from sepsis or a sepsis-like condition had not improved in my medical career. And what we saw as we started the initial SCD-PED-01 trial is kids that had a 50% chance of mortality. Not only did that go in half, but we saw dramatic improvements almost within 24 to 48 hours, which was just quite shocking to us, frankly. And of the patients who survived, all of them are off dialysis 60 to 90 days later, which is also another amazing finding where 10 to 30% of kids who survive an acute kidney injury episode like that are still requiring chronic dialysis. So it's a dramatic improvement that you see almost within the first 1 to 2 days that is nothing like I'd seen before in clinical medicine for the last quarter century.
Let me go back to you, Dr. Chung. Is there a therapy specific to pediatric patients, or does it have broader application in AKI or other areas?
Yeah, thanks, Dan. It clearly has applications elsewhere. For example, right now we're commercialized in the pediatric AKI space. However, we have an adult study that is ongoing, and we're way over 100 patients thus far, shooting for 200 total. And that study is being conducted to try to bring QUELIMMUNE to the adult market through a PMA approval. So that is ongoing right now. And also the therapy itself is organ and disease agnostic, which means that it can treat any condition whereby the innate immune system is disturbed. And so we have, as you may know, 6 breakthrough device designations that we were able to receive from the FDA. And so other disease states are definitely going to be next.
Just incredible stuff. Well, Dr. Kevin Chung, Chief Medical Officer of SeaStar, and Dr. Stuart Goldstein of Cincinnati Children's Hospital. That was an absolutely fascinating conversation. Thanks so much for what you're both doing, and thanks so much for joining me today.